Hey there! In this video, I show you a sample problem related to Otto cycles. From that, you can learn how to calculate with cycles in thermodynamics. An ideal Otto cycle is investigated. The medium is at P1 pressure and T1 temperature before compression. At the bottom dead center of the piston, the volume is Vmin. The compression ratio is Rv, the highest temperature in the cycle is Tmax. The medium is an ideal gas. The specific gas constant is R, the adiabatic exponent is gamma. We must determine the heat addition, the useful work, the thermal efficiency of the cycle, and the mean effective pressure of the cycle. The data are the following. In the first state, the pressure is 100 kilopascals, the temperature is 293 kelvins. The minimal value of the volume is 100 cubic centimeters. The compression ratio is 10. The maximal value of the temperature is 2000 kelvins. The specific gas constant is 287 joules per kilogram Kelvin. The adiabatic exponent is 1.4. First, let's look at the equivalent cycle and check what we do know and what we need to determine. I have done the numbering in a way to ensure that state number 1 is the state before compression. After the compression, we are in state number 2. The volume equals to the minimum volume at this stage and also in the third state. The maximum temperature occurs at point 3 after the isochoric heat addition, so we know the temperature at state number 3. One of the questions is the heat addition between state number 2 and 3. To calculate that, we are going to need the temperature of state number 2. The next step is an isentropic expansion during which the medium does work. The useful work equals to the difference of this work and the work input during the isentropic compression. From state number 4, there is an isochoric heat rejection to state number 1. We could also use this and the heat addition to calculate the useful work. Let's start the calculations with the heat addition. As I showed you in the previous lecture, the heat addition can be expressed by the change of internal energy between state number 2 and 3, as there is an isochoric process in a closed system. In this formula, we only know the temperature of state number 3 as it equals to the highest temperature value. State number 2 is right after the isentropic compression, which has known starting temperature. The temperature after the compression can be determined by the help of the formula describing the isentropic compression. The best way of solution is to express the temperature ratio by the help of the compression ratio. By rearranging the formula, T2 equals to the product of T1 and the compression ratio to the power of gamma minus 1. It is 736 kelvins. We still need a couple of parameters to calculate the heat addition. The mass can be written by the help of the ideal gas law in any of the states. I used state number 1 as we know almost everything at that point. We only don't know the volume, but that can be calculated as the product of the volume at state number 2 and the compression ratio. This formula is valid because state number 2 has the lowest volume and state number 1 has the highest volume during the Otto cycle. The mass becomes 1.19 times 10 to the power of minus 3 kilograms. The isochoric specific heat can be expressed with the other material properties. It is R over gamma minus 1, so it is 718 joules per kilogram Kelvin. Now the heat addition can be calculated as everything is known in the formula. The result is 1079 joules. I determined the useful work by the help of the input and output heats. The heat rejection can be calculated by the help of the temperatures at state number 4 and 1. So we need to determine the temperature at state number 4, which is right after the expansion. Its temperature can be calculated by using the formula for the isentropic state change, just like we did in case of the compression. The temperature of state number 4 can be calculated by the help of the temperature at state number 3 and the compression ratio. Be careful with the indices, but basically we use the same formula as before. The result is 796 kelvins. Now we can calculate the heat rejection, which is -1 times the heat transfer between states number 4 and 1, as the expression heat rejection already indicates minus sign, as heat rejection is always a negative heat transfer. The heat transfer equals to the change of the internal energy. The formula is similar to the one in case of the heat addition. The product of the mass, isochloric specific heat and the change of temperature is taken. Now the temperature of the latter state is subtracted to get the proper sign. The result is 430 joules, which actually means a negative heat transfer with an absolute value of 430 joules. The useful work is the difference of the input and output heat transfer. Both of them are known, so we get the result, which is 649 joules. We got this formula from the fact that the resultant heat input can be used to make the cycle do useful work. The rest of the questions can be answered by one and one formula. The thermal efficiency is the ratio of the useful work and the input heat, or so-called heat addition. In case of the Otto cycle, you can also calculate with the help of the compression ratio. The result is the same for both formulas. The thermal efficiency is 60.1%. The mean effective pressure is the ratio of the useful work and the difference of the volume maximum and minimum. The volume maximum can be expressed with the minimum and the compression ratio. The mean effective pressure is 721 kilopascals. Thank you for your attention. I hope you find this video useful. Check out my other engineering related videos too. Also, take a look at my online thermodynamics course, which you can purchase now at a great discount through the link that you can find in the description of this video.